What is up? What is up? Welcome to episode 4 of season 2, episode 104. And if you're new, this is degreesCouchChronicles, the podcast where we kind of just, talk about what's going on, and then we just do whatever, We just have a good conversation. We have topics that we choose from, and take it from there. In the middle, there's a beat made by me, or it be a song, a new song that I'm dropping. Stuff like that, and we end it off and letting it be real. But we start off by being real.
Yes, always.
Yeah, and we got the promos in the front. But before we get into that, I wanted to talk about how Netflix has been going super hard with their shows. They've been dropping mad new shows on Netflix.
Yes.
Right? Mm-hmm. And a lot of these shows are gearing into like the relationship stuff we kind of talk about here a lot.
Of course.
And I think they have a new show called The Ultimatum right now. Not a plug. I just wanted to talk about it real quick. I feel like the couples that are going into these shows, or this specific show, they're very not really developed, because they're under 5 years, right? And they're young, they're like in their 20s or whatever, early 20s.
Right.
And these people are giving each other ultimatums. Doesn't make any sense, because these are like the prime years, I get,
Right.
You're supposed to be trying to discover yourself and all that, but like if you're in a relationship and you feel like you have to give your partner an ultimatum at whatever step you are in the relationship, I pointed out these are early relationships. Why are you giving your partner an ultimatum? You're like a year and a half in, just move, just make a move off the way you're moving. You know what I mean?
Right. I feel like it just boils down to people not wanting to waste their time. So I get that aspect of it. But if you're sitting in a situation for 2.5 years, because that's the max. Yeah, they're most of them are in the relationship for 2.5 years. Why would you sit down for that long expecting somebody to change? If a person's not checking all your boxes, what are you doing?
Yeah, don't be trying to give ultimatums.
Yeah, you can't force somebody to do what you want them to do.
No sense.
Yeah, you spend time with the person, but at the end of the day, if they're not giving what they're supposed to give, let them go.
They're like, the common thing is, he'll change or he'll come around or whatever. She'll change or she'll come around, but
not necessarily. People rarely do. Yeah. People rarely do.
So if you're already
don't think you're the nominee.
You're still under 5 years and you're trying to hand out ultimatums like hot pizza, you need to
like Little Caesars. Already.
You need to figure it out. Anyway, let's get into it. Shop GlowNude, definitely. That's the products we have right here on display.
Yes. So guys, the link is in the description. You can also head on over to our Instagram at glow.nude. Give us a follow. Our products are strictly organic. Some would say vegan. 100%.
It's vegan skincare.
Yeah. 100% organic. Everything in my products you can eat.
Crazy.
But don't do that.
Yeah.
Use them on your skin from head to toe. Black-owned skincare, guys. Head on over to our Instagram again at glow.nude, and the link is in the description. Yeah. Yeah,
absolutely. And follow the socials.
Yes.
Follow all the socials. Follow Degrees, Couch Chronicles, Yes. Glow.nude on IG. You already know the vibes. Patrice H official. Yo JD1.
Yes, that's all the socials, guys.
All right, let's get into it. We actually had this topic up before the whole situation happened in New York. Rest in peace to all the lives that were lost. Apparently there was an attack in the subway system in New York. But we had gun culture up there, American gun culture. I had it, I wanted to talk about it because, I was around, I had a roommate, a couple years back, he's from Pennsylvania, and, the whole culture, the American gun culture is, from a kid, you're raised into knowing how to load a handgun, unload a handgun, a rifle, shotguns. These people learn this stuff at a young age. Americans, young Americans. So it's the gun culture is already bred into their culture, the American culture, period.
Right.
So they already know about weapons and all that stuff. So don't be too surprised. I don't want to say nothing too crazy now, but don't be too surprised if a lot of these attacks you start to realize that they're not foreigners or whatever doing these attacks. They're usually Americans doing them, American born. So it makes you think about the upbringing and what's really going on.
I mean, them being all about war, you know, like, it says it in the anthem. You know what I'm saying? Like, they talk about all that extra shit as far as wars and guns and stuff. So pair that with people who feel like they can do whatever they want, and you got chaos. So we obviously see what goes on with American people and guns. I don't want to point no fingers, but it's obvious.
Yeah, definitely. Everybody can see it.
I guess we gotta say allegedly. So
allegedly, what's going on?
Yeah, I'm saying we gotta say that because we don't want to like.
I mean, we don't know. We don't really know who did it.
Yeah, it's a lot of sensitive
I'm not a
people
detective.
out here.
I'm not gonna go.
Yeah, and I'm just saying allegedly because a lot of y'all are sensitive as fuck, and I know there's a lot of censorship on these apps now, so
yeah,
can't really.
But rest in peace. Definitely want to extend a rest in peace to those who lost their lives. But yeah, I think guns are interesting when they're not being used to kill people. You know what I mean? I think it's a definitely pretty cool scientific invention. You know what I mean? The mechanics behind it, the physics and all that stuff. I find guns kind of cool, but
just shooting is liberating.
Yeah, it's cool. You know what I mean? Nice little thing, but I don't know. Like
with this thing comes responsibility. You know,
a lot of negativity around it. And
yes.
Let's find a way to.
Because guns don't shoot themselves, you know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, people do.
Yeah. So.
Whatever.
Rarely seen a gun go off by itself.
Moving on. What else we got on this? I had something. The creative mind, I guess. Let's go into the creative mind.
The creative mind.
I feel like when you have your mind set, especially someone who's creative, when you have your mind set on a specific thing, you know what I mean? There's a certain way you want something to come out, right?
Right.
Like when you, like, say for instance, you're painting or you're drawing something, and you immediately you don't see like, ah, man, I fucked that up. You'll start ball it up and you throw it away. You see that so often, you know what I mean?
Right.
A lot of times when you're a creative, the hardest part is sticking with an idea. You know what I mean?
But not only that, it's just that, like, the feeling of no one understanding you. Because I would say being a creative, your mind is just in a whole different place. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, with it being mental, it's taxing on the wallet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's kind of something that you have to, like, stick out. So until you see the results at the end. And to a lot of people that might look crazy, you know what I'm saying? We grow up seeing that, oh, get a real job, when people want to be artists and musicians and stuff like this. But I just wanted to say stuff, the creative mind. How do we, because a lot of people are creatives nowadays, how do you feel like that's gonna change over time as far as the job, well, not necessarily the jobs, but like the mindset of people and how they view creatives?
I feel like you had more time now to invest on your creativity because of, like, things were kind of at a standstill. Right. So people who were doing something leveled up even more, you know what I mean? So I feel like going forward there will be more creative people and less monotonous people who are doing, like, you know what I mean, like the old type textile or whatever,
right.
Whatever that old type shit is.
Right.
So I feel like, yeah, there will be an emergence of a lot more creatives. I mean, that's not always a great thing because, you know what I mean, things are saturated, you know what I mean?
Right.
How many people could create t-shirts or whatever, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to say nothing, but, like, still, you know what I mean? We still have people creating more clothing companies, like.
Do you feel like there's an extreme to art? In many forms. Do you feel like it can get too extreme where we're like, all right, now we're breaking the territory of what art is? Because a lot of people like to, in my opinion, I would like to say a lot of people like to go a little bit too far. And
Lil Nas X?
Yeah. I don't point no fingers, and label
Lil Nas X.
Yeah, label it as art. So I want to say, do you feel like you can max that and break the territory of it being creative?
That's the thing about art. It's interpreted by the perceiver,
right.
You know what I mean? So it's like you might not find that creative, but like 5-6 other people might.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's the thing. It's like there is no limit to it. and that's scary because it's like
That is scary.
people can create anything. You know what I mean? They make
And
statues
use
out of
any
toilet
medium.
paper.
Yeah, I feel like when people, it's just the mediums and like the stuff that you use to make art. I feel like it gets a little bit risky. You know what I mean? Not specifically speaking.
People call them
self
self art. You know what I mean? People
You're
say
right.
they are art. So I feel like people perceive it the way they do it.
I guess that's just humans.
It's their fault. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
The perceivers.
Yeah. Let's get into another one. There's something in there about relationship, right? Let's get into a relationship one.
Relationship.
Yeah.
Oh, can you be in a perfect situation and still not be happy? Whether job, life, business,
Well, yeah, life
or
related, I guess.
relationship.
Yeah, I feel like we're always constantly seeking happiness as like humans, like an adult person, I guess.
Right.
Even as a kid, you always want to have a fun time. You know what I mean? So I feel like in our existence, it's just we're constantly like, how can I
level up.
how can I just be better?
Yeah.
How can I be happier? You can be happy, but you're like, yo, I want to be happier. And once you get to happier, it's like, yo, I want to be the happiest I've ever been.
And to me, it's such a taxing thing on yourself and the situation because you can be in a situation, and oftentimes we're told when we grow up is that when you're content, you're complacent and you need it more and more and more. And it's like, if I reach my peak and I got the job, the guy, the wedding, the kids, can I just chill? Like, can I relax? Is there a point where we can just say, all right, I can relax now? And not have everybody in the world say, well, you need to do this, and this, more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know it's internal as well, but I feel like it being internal and it being coming from society and you seeing it on social media and everything.
It's everywhere.
Yeah, how do you feel like you can relax and just enjoy happiness? Because I feel like that's a lot of that's the problem with people our age nowadays.
I think just going to sleep.
Take more naps.
I think that's never not been the answer sometimes. You know what I
Right.
mean? Even when you're just like, you're at your saddest point, it's like, you know, I'm gonna just take a nap.
Yeah.
Like that legendary little video, that
Oh,
little
that's a
kid,
nap.
even that one, even when the little kid sees his little sister crying, it might have been like 3-4 years old or whatever.
Right.
And like, she's crying, he goes up to her, and is like, you haven't taken a nap, right? And she nods her head like, yeah, you need to take a nap. So I feel like just going to sleep.
Food
might
food
bring
as
you-
well.
Yeah. So I'm gonna prescribe you some sleep. There you go.
Yes.
Hit your ass with some melatonin. That's never. I personally, I feel like that's always the answer.
Sleep.
Just go to sleep. 'Cause food-
Resetting in
you can
general.
overdo it on food.
Yeah, you can
know what I mean?
overeat, but you can oversleep as well.
But when does that really be like that?
No, not for that. Not
Unless
for
the house
nothing.
burning
Like
down. Unless the house is burning down.
a little off topic, but sleep paralysis is a thing. You know.
Yeah, I know.
Yo,
I definitely don't.
it happened to me twice. I've been asleep and it's like I can't.
That's the first time you ever just want to fool yourself.
I'm like, yo, I can't move. I can't do nothing. I'm like, yo, what is going on? And it's crazy. And half the time I'm just like, yo, I'm about to just go back to sleep. Like, cause I can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you gonna do?
That's real life torture right there.
It is torture, so.
But any other case is fine. Not that case. Don't do that to yourself.
Yeah, just try to reset in general.
Yeah.
I feel.
Definitely.
Just
Take some
take-
chill. Take a
yeah.
chill. Take a chill time.
Take a chill pill. Adult melatonin. Just take that.
Yeah.
This just is effective.
I had some gummy ones. I fuck with the gummy ones.
I like the gummy ones. The pill ones are a bit extreme because it's
I don't
like you're
think I'll do it,
popping
yeah.
pills. Like,
I don't think I do a melatonin pill like them powder joints.
I
Nah.
don't. Especially the liquid capsules. Like
I feel like I'm in like Pokemon or something. Like,
it's too much to go to sleep. It's like I'm not gonna say that. That's kind of too much.
But we're gonna go ahead and take a break right here. This is a beat by me, J Degrees. Enjoy. All right, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that. I did. Those fucking shows, right? You know what I mean? Those fucking anchor shows. They were just so corny to me. So that was homage to that. So you had a topic about some certain things.
Yeah. So I was at work
Yeah.
And I overheard, like, I guess they were young. You can never tell these days.
Young species of the human race.
Yes, having a conversation. And the way they were behaving, it was just so weird to me. Because I'm like, why are you being weird about this conversation? It's completely normal.
Yeah.
So it was pretty much about, like, you know, sex and periods. So I just wanted to know, why is that such an uncomfortable thing and it's completely normal? Like, why is
periods?
And just sex and having that conversation, why is it so cringy, like, and uncomfortable for people? Like, I don't understand. Why is it a taboo? Because you see people buy pads and then they're like hiding it, like, it's like, and condoms. It's like, why are you hiding the you have to bleed. That's non-negotiable. You don't need to hide them shits in the grocery stores. You don't need to hide them. Like, I get not flashing it around and be like, hey, I'm on my period, but
trying to hide that you bleed as a woman
it's
is
just
wild.
nutty. Like, it's a nutty maneuver. So I'm just confused.
Everybody knows that. Like, we all know that.
And if you don't know that, you need to get help.
Every human above like 12 years old knows that you guys bleed. Like, it's so known, it's crazy. Some will assume that you're on your period all the time.
Right. And we're not.
Every woman is always on their period.
It's because we did.
There's some guys who constantly think that. Like, yeah, she's probably on her period, man.
It's crazy.
Like, all the time, though.
It's not all the time. Like, it's so funny. Like, what? I want to have a show where we ask guys questions on periods. Because it's like, how much do you know about...
Zero. It was taught at that one puberty class, and then we all just forgot it because it was so traumatizing. Imagine knowing all that immediately at once, not knowing it ever. It's like, what? You look at women completely different after
you
that.
Do, and that's why it's a taboo conversation, because it's like...
There's your answer.
We don't really know... Well, that's true, but we
There's the answer, yeah.
Niggas don't even know about it, and it's like, you don't
Especially if you start smoking at a young age. You say you learn about that at 12, 13, right? And you start smoking at 15. Out the door. Immediately. All the information's out the door. What? Like, I'm gonna keep period information in my brain?
Just some.
Dude say, oh, yeah, y'all bleed, that's it. And then we just assume it's all the time.
It's like, I need these diaper thingies. They're not diapers. First of all.
Get us some will even get you diapers.
It's like, for real. Like,
so they don't get that shit, they get diapers.
Ladies, you don't have to hide your tampons and your pads. Guys, you don't have to hide the condoms that you're clearly buying to use. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, stop doing weird shit like that.
Yeah, practice safe sex, definitely.
Right.
But on to just not being relating to that.
Random. Completely random.
Whose line is it anyway, right?
That show was so funny to me. I love that show.
It's been on for a while. The guys on it look old as dirt now.
I'm looking.
They have gray hairs.
Yeah, they replaced the white guy.
Yeah.
With a black woman now.
Yeah.
So it's 18 seasons. That's crazy.
Yeah,
378 episodes.
It's been on for a while.
I love that show. That's an amazing show. It's been on since 1998 to now.
And that dude with the glasses, the fat dude, he was the host for a minute, like a long time. Yeah, it's like a skit show. They do random stuff. It's Wayne Brady was on it.
Improv.
Yeah, it's improv.
I fucking love that show. I think he's still on there. No?
I don't watch it, so I don't really. Stopped watching that.
I was watching it for a very long time till the black lady came on hosting. But yeah, I just randomly thought of that because I thought it was mad funny. How their level of improv is hilarious, because I feel like it takes a lot to be a comedian, especially doing improv. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Just think of random jokes.
Right, and it's always funny. It always bangs, except for sometimes, because they're white.
White corny jokes.
Yeah.
But we're gonna go right into our music take. Take. This is when we talk about music we're interested in or listening to, or we introduce new music, or we talk about our local artists. We got Vince Staples with Ramona Park Broke My Heart. This is an album by Vince Staples. It just came out.
Vince Staples.
And I've been really bumping this joint. It's really nice. Play through album. My favorite song off of it is DJ Quick. That song is fire. It's a
That
nice
song
little
is
bop.
definitely a loop.
You can put that on loop, and
Yep.
you will just have a great time listening to it.
That's definitely a loop.
So shout out to Vince Staples. Never miss, man. He don't miss. We got Jack Harlow with First Class. It's a Fergie. It's a Fergie sample from the song Glamorous. So she was GLAM. Yeah. So
I just don't know about Jack Harlow. He's like I don't know type of artist, like Tyga to me.
yeah, he's White Tiger.
Yeah, he's just floating around.
He's White Panther.
White Panther.
So that's our music take. There has been a lot of music dropping, but I'm slowly getting to it to see, what I'm messing with. So
Right.
shout out to that.
Yeah.
And I think that's it, right? Make
That's all, folks.
sure you follow us on the socials. Make sure you,
Yes.
subscribe to the Anchor. Absolutely, that's how you support this podcast. Subscribe to YouTube, obviously. Subscribe to the platforms, Instagrams, Twitter, TikTok. We're on TikTok. Some of the skits, the reels are up there. So if you want to, get your favorite part of the show, our favorite parts of the show.
Quick bites,
There you go. And I think that's it, right?
Yes.
Follow at GlowNude. Glow.nude, sorry.
Glow.nude.
Sorry. Yeah. More information in the description. That's it. We're at war. Imagine. Leave it at that.
We're at war.
Apparently we are. Ukraine and
Yeah.
Russia, but no one's talking
Still.
about that anymore, I guess. So
Unless-
what happened?
I was just gonna say it's only us.
I think I got something from it. Oh wait, I don't think we're allowed to talk about it actually. Yeah, so
we are at war with ourselves.
yeah. We're at war with ourselves. We're at war with everyone outside. Be safe out there, guys. Peace.